What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode this week. First of all, I want to say thank you for downloading the Everything Massive Diet Coaching app. This app is growing. Right now, we are at 312 people on the app. It's been a slow run for the last 2 years, but we are gaining traction. Anytime you release something new, it just takes the time to get the ball rolling. And so 312 people in about 2 years is phenomenal. It's actually less than 2 years, about a year and 8 to 10 months. So thank you all for downloading the app. Please share it with your friends because we're only here. I'm here to help you all see results and to get the best progress possible to reach your fitness goals. Today's video is going to be about longevity. It's going to be about optimal hormone levels, and it's going to be about staying young the older that we get. And I'm just going to kind of talk freely here. There's going to be some topics there's going to be a topic, I guess, that is a little bit in the gray area. For the most part, people typically don't like to talk about it, but it's inevitable that the situation will come up with every single one of us as we get older and as we age. And the topic is going to be hormone replacement therapy. A lot of people, especially, it seems like a lot of the older generation, I'm almost 28, people that are in their late 40s, 50s, and 60s that I work with, that I know of in my personal life, and then also through business, they seem to shy away from hormone replacement therapy, and that would include testosterone treatment, that would include estrogen treatment, that would include thyroid treatment. Guys, or in growth hormone, human growth hormone. A lot of those key words are typically grouped in with the term steroids, even though only one of them, what I mentioned, is considered a steroid, and that would be testosterone. But guys, the fact is that the older we get, our bodies are not going to produce those hormones that, or produce the amount of hormones that we produced when we were young kids. When a newborn baby actually has more growth hormone than they will ever have again in their life. And human growth hormone does many amazing rejuvenating things for the body. Number one, and we're going to use like a newborn baby, for example. Their skin is perfect. It's soft. It doesn't need lotion. It doesn't need medications to keep the skin from being too dry or wrinkly or any of that. The cells are regenerating very, very quickly. They're growing very quickly. Their bones are growing. Their muscles are growing. They're developing. They're developing very, very quickly between when they're newborn to, I guess when you stop developing. I think the brain stops actually, the body stops growing. The brain actually kind of hits its final stage of development when you're in your mid 20s, at least for men. And so as we get older, growth hormone depletes, and the pituitary gland secretes less and less of it. And then our bodies become more resistant to IGF-1, which is the kind of the byproduct of growth hormone, and that's what helps us regenerate cells, hair, skin, nails, muscles, tissue, bone structure, all of that. Now, there's a fine line here, all right? I'm talking about longevity and staying young and staying fit. There is the opposite end of the spectrum. There's two sides of the spectrum, all right? One side is going to be the people that we know that abuse stuff like testosterone and human growth hormone. And they are the 300-pound bodybuilders over here with enlarged hearts, sleep apnea, high blood sugar, and they're a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. Part of that is why I don't bodybuild anymore. I like to bodybuild, but I don't do it to the extreme that these guys do. The other end of the spectrum are the people that abuse their bodies because they don't take what they need to sustain a healthy lifestyle. Now, what I'm saying is that people on the other end of the spectrum, all right, they don't take anything. They still may work out and exercise and eat right, but as you age, that simply is not going to be enough to keep you young, to keep you lively, to keep you going. Managing your hormone levels, managing your your HGH levels, managing your testosterone levels, even as females, is extremely important in longevity, and it's extremely important in living a long, healthy life. Um, I challenge any one of you out there that's over the age of 35 to go to the doctor, get your blood work done. Ask your doctor. If it's a general practitioner, uh, they're not going to be as the idea of TRT won't be as fond of them as if you go to a longevity clinic or a TRT clinic or a hormone clinic. But if you go to your just general practitioner, tell him or her to run your blood panels that you want to know your testosterone, you want to know your estradiol, you want to know your T3, T4, and thyroxine levels, and you want to see, or excuse me, not thyroxine. That's a T8 TSH levels. Thyroxine is a thyroid uh, medication, but TSH levels. You want to see where your metabolic rate is. You want to see where your blood sugar is at. You want to see where your testosterone levels, your estrogen levels are at. And if you really want to get nitty gritty in it, it's a more expensive bit of blood work, but you can go get your IGF-1 levels tested in the morning, um, fasted, and that will tell you kind of where your levels are at, and that can be relative to your human growth hormone levels. And so they have a specific chart for that. But if your testosterone levels, let's just say you're male, your testosterone levels are anything below 200, 250, you need to be on testosterone replacement therapy. And then it goes beyond that, okay? So the scale typically ranges from 250 to 750. If you're in that range, doctors will say you're normal, and they probably won't prescribe you anything. But what is normal on paper is not normal to you. If your natural levels your entire life were always at 750, and now you're 40 years old and they're at 450, that's a 300-point difference. You're going to feel bad. You're going to probably have hair loss. You're probably going to have a low libido. You're probably going to have some weight gain around the abdominal section. You're going to have the dad bod, right? When guys get that belly fat um, around their midsection and they get a puffy chest, basically what that is there is literally female breast tissue that is actually developing in their chest because they have low testosterone and their estrogen levels are higher. And some of that has to do with when they say the dad bod, some of that has to do with the alcohol most dads drink is beer. Seems like that actually increases your estrogen levels, and it gets really into the molecular science of everything. But that's for a whole other topic. But essentially, if that person is 300 points lower than what they normally were, even though they're still within range, that is low for them, and that a normal doctor probably won't prescribe what they need. They probably need to go to a longevity or a TRT clinic and express their side effects, what they're feeling, to the doctor so that they can get on the proper dosage of testosterone that they need to replace what they've lost. Because it's inevitable, we're all going to lose our valuable longevity hormones as we get older. So I've worked with tons of clients that they've lost weight, they've gained muscle, but then they come to a point where they just can't seem to go any further. They just can't seem to lose any more weight. They just can't seem to gain any more muscle. And we're not talking about bodybuilders here. We're talking about people that made results, but they just they're just struggling to get to that end result, right, where they want to be. And it may just be to lose 30 pounds, right? But they've lost 15 and they just can't get the other 15 off, and their diet's right, their training's right, their cardio's right, supplements are right. At that point, it's a good idea, if you're somebody who's hit that plateau and you've done everything you possibly can do to try to break that plateau, but your body just seems to be working against you, I'd highly recommend going to a TRT clinic. Now, right now, we are working on partnering up with a hormone replacement clinic. This would be great for men and women. We're going to offer some great incentives to contact them. It's going to be kind of through the idea of telemedicine, and it's all going to be through here with Everything Massive. So that's going to be something that we all have to look forward to, especially with these new app changes we have rolling out in the next 3 to 4 weeks. But guys, I'm telling you, you need to go get your blood work done. If you're not getting your blood work done at least once every 6 months, then things can creep up on you. And it's not just about hormones and in longevity, but it's also about catching things like high blood sugar. Um, Maybe it's your TSH levels are high, but your T3 levels are low, or vice versa, and then that's going to show there's a problem with your thyroid. You want to see what your toxin levels are in your blood from creatine kinase and creatinine, and you want to see where your cholesterol is at based on your diet and what kind of fats that you might be missing in your diet. So all this is very, very important, guys. But get your blood work done. If you're getting into your 30s, you're getting into your 40s. If you're over 35, you need to go get a testosterone panel ran, a thyroid panel ran, and possibly check on your HGH, your IGF-1 levels, because that is something that they can prescribe you with a typical longevity prescription would be a TRT dose of testosterone to keep you at levels that of a person or a guy in their mid 20s. So if you're a man and you're 50 and your testosterone levels are that of a 20-year-old, you're gonna feel amazing. You're gonna feel absolutely amazing. And then they prescribe you IGF-1 or growth hormone or a peptide of some sort to get your growth hormone levels to that point. Now you have testosterone and growth hormone levels of a 20-year-old, but you're 50. So you feel absolutely amazing. You feel incredible, and you can continue to change your body in a positive way. And I can promise that your body will reward you for that by looking better, feeling better. You'll be more active. Your metabolism will be elevated, and your mental clarity and your sense of well-being will be heightened as well. So that's something that you guys all need to be doing. So today, not so much a video about a specific topic with tons of facts, but more of just a sit-down talk with you guys to remind you you'll get your blood work done, to remind you to especially talk to your doctors if you're a man or a woman and you're getting into your late 30s, 40s, and 50s, especially for women, or in the time when they have menopause. You need to go get your blood work done. You need to get probably talk to a longevity doctor, because women need testosterone in order to get. They need to have their thyroid managed, and they need to probably have their estrogen managed as well. Men, same thing. We need to have not so much the thyroid, but we definitely need to have our testosterone levels or HGH levels or IGF-1 levels. And then obviously it's good to always check cholesterol for everybody, just to make sure that we're eating the right fats, that we're not taking in too much saturated fats, we're keeping the heart healthy and keeping the blood clean. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, share it with a friend. Thank you for watching on the app, and invite as many people as you can to watch this app, or to come to the app and watch these videos, because we're growing and we are rolling out some amazing features in the next few weeks. I just got off the phone with the app developers about 30 minutes ago, and we've got I cannot wait to share it with you guys in the next few weeks. I'll let you know when the time gets closer, but everybody's apps will be refreshed. Probably it'll ask you to update your app just through iTunes, and once you update the app, you'll see the whole new, it'd be like moving into a new home. You'll have awesome things and awesome places, a whole fresh new look to the app. Everything's going to be absolutely amazing. So I'm so excited to release that out to you guys. But thank you for the support. Share with your friends, and we'll see you next time.